Once again, law enforcement officers are mourning the death of another one of their colleagues. In just the last 2 hours, the Marion County Sheriff confirmed the death of Deputy John Durm. Police say an inmate killed him while trying to escape around noon.
We've been following this breaking news ever since that time, and tonight our live team coverage continues right now. Jenny Runovich will be taking a closer look at the circumstances surrounding that deadly attack this afternoon.
So let's start though with Emily Longnecker. She joins us live with a look at what we've now learned about Deputy Durm. I know you were in the press conference not too long ago, Emily. Fill us in.
Well, Ann and Felicia, you know, Marion County Sheriff's Deputy John Durm brought an inmate here to Eskenazi Hospital this morning for a medical appointment. By late this afternoon, it was fellow law enforcement officers that were escorting Durm's body to the Marion County Coroner's Office after investigators say that inmate killed Durm when they got back to the Criminal Justice Center today. Deputy Durm is a 38-year veteran of the Marion County Sheriff's Department. His wife is also a deputy serving in the Sheriff's Office Medical Division. Here was the scene just a few hours ago. Officers escorting Deputy Durm's body from Eskenazi Hospital. The 61-year-old is a father of 4. One of his sons is training to follow in his father's footsteps.
His son is out there at the Detention Deputy Academy today, and I'm sure he went there today to follow in his father's footsteps. And at the end of the day, he said, I don't know what I'm doing now. You know, he started a day thinking he had a new career, and some other inmate ended his father's life on a day that he was probably celebrating, you know, a month from now to have him come to that graduation.
And Deputy Durm also has 2 sons stationed in Germany in the Air Force. Marion County Sheriff Carrie Forrestal saying arrangements are being made to bring those 2 sons home. Sheriff Forrestal saying he spoke to Durm's family today. He said that they are just really still in shock, and that sentiment really, he said, carrying over to the Sheriff's Department, where he says people are walking around kind of with stunned looks on their faces. And of course, all of this coming on the heels of the death of Indiana State Trooper Aaron Smith, as well as that officer in Tell City who was shot and killed last week. Sergeant Heather Glenn was laid to rest today. So a very difficult couple weeks for law enforcement in this state. And Felicia?
Yeah, and especially for that family today. So tough. Thank you, Emily Longnecker, reporting live. Now, as we mentioned, this all started just before noon today, and it happened during a prisoner transport downtown. Jenny Runovich rushed to the scene when we learned of that crash.
She joins us live tonight with what she's learned about the escape attempt. Jenny?
Well, Felicia and Ann, the attack and the attempted escape happened fast, spanned only about a quarter of a mile and only a couple of minutes, from violence outside the jail to the crash on Prospect Street. The attack and attempted escape started just before 11:30 outside the Criminal Justice Center. Deputy John Durm, on the department for nearly 4 decades, assaulted in the area where inmates are driven to be taken into the jail.
There was a physical confrontation between an inmate and Marion County Sheriff's Office deputy inside the Sally Port at the Adult Detention Center. The prisoner, police say, was 33-year-old Orlando Mitchell, a murder suspect with a long criminal history. He'd just been brought over from Eskenazi Hospital when investigators say he attacked, overtaking and severely injuring Deputy Durm. Then police say Mitchell stole a jail van to try to escape.
That suspect then was able to get into the jail wagon, drive it through, I believe through the gates of the criminal justice complex, where he crashed into a utility pole in the 3000 block of Prospect Avenue.
The jail van jumped the curb and hit that pole right across from the CJC. Witnesses say they watched it drive down the access road and end up here. Police say after the crash, deputies quickly took Mitchell into custody, suffering minor injuries while doing so. Our 13 news cameras captured Mitchell on the ground, handcuffed in an orange jumpsuit, smiling after the deadly attack. Metro Police, taking the lead on this case, say there is video of what happened.
The investigation to this point shows clearly that this was an intentional act of homicide and will be investigated as such.
As the prosecutor determines charges for Mitchell, it is a somber scene at the Justice Center where our community is once again mourning a fallen hero. And you know, you could really feel the weight of that loss today, this afternoon, right outside the CJC as deputies were coming into work. It was etched on their faces that the danger of this job turned deadly for one of their own. Felicia, Ann.
Yeah, very tough. Thank you, Jenny Ranovich, reporting live tonight from the CJC. Well, just in the last hour and a half, Metro Police released the name of the suspect in this case.
And our Rachel Krause continues our team coverage live from the newsroom with a look at the other crimes he's accused of committing. Rachel, this seems to be a pattern.
Yeah, Orlando Mitchell has been arrested several times in Marion County. He has an extensive criminal history. Back in March 2021, Mitchell pleaded guilty to domestic battery in the presence of a child under 16. According to court records, the mother of his child reported that Mitchell assaulted her when she was 4 months pregnant. Nearly a year and a half later, Mitchell agreed to a plea deal, and prosecutors dropped several more serious felony charges. He served just 1 day in jail, got a year of probation, and a no contact order was issued. Then just a month later, in August 2022, court records show Mitchell broke that no contact order, calling the mother, asking to pick up his son a day early. When she told him no, he allegedly showed up anyway and forced his way into the home. He was charged with breaking and entering, intimidation, and invasion of privacy. And it was 1 month after that, last September, when Mitchell was arrested accused of killing Crystal Walton, the mother of his 1-year-old son, outside of a daycare center. Shortly after that shooting, police got a tip about the suspect's car, that it had been spotted near 10th and North Delaware. When officers got to the scene, they say Mitchell was armed with a rifle and refused to drop it despite officers' orders. That's when police shot Mitchell. He was taken to the hospital and eventually charged with murder, unlawful gun possession, invasion of privacy, and criminal recklessness. And tonight, police tell us Mitchell will be arrested for murder once again, this time for his attack on Deputy John Durm, once he's been released from the hospital. Felicia?
All right, Rachel, thank you so much. The Marion County Sheriff's Office hasn't lost a deputy in the line of duty in more than 2 decades.
We checked online for the database, and the last death that we were able to determine was that of Deputy Kay Gregory. That was in May of 2002, and she died in a crash while delivering official documents to the county courthouse. Deputy Jason Baker died in the line of duty the year before that.
He was 24 when he was shot and killed in September of 2001.